first, right?
Yeah, right. You're gonna get some royalties. Yeah, I'm gonna get to work.
But I mean, really, I see that. That would be phenomenal because there's so many people. And I have a friend who says, she's another grandma, she says, hurt people hurt people. If they don't do the work, that's what happens.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
think about the sometimes you can find people that are just so mean spirited. You're like, what happened to her? But something happened to make them act that way. And if they did the work, maybe they wouldn't act that way. So that's what I'm saying. So that is definitely needed, like a workbook kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, listen, I'm getting started. That's the next assignment on my list.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's
Yeah, thank
really
you.
incredible.
Thank
Yeah, and
you.
it guides people through that process. So there you go, life coach. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah. So now tell me, how can people get in touch with you? We want to make sure we say that. And
Sure.
tell us a little bit about your nonprofit too. I want to make sure that. So before it doesn't matter how what flow you do it. Just give us that information.
Sure, absolutely. Well, you can get to me on Facebook, Vinise Capers, and that's VIN is the spelling of my first and my last name. I'm on Facebook there. I'm on Instagram as well, Vinise Capers, and I'm in LinkedIn also, Vinise Capers. And you can also go to www.vinisecapers.com. I wanted to keep it as consistent as possible.
Mhm.
And what
Mhm.
I have, and I do have a nonprofit baby, and that's just a long story. It was called A Purse for Her. But because of the level of work, I take care of a son who has multiple disabilities still. So on top of being a grandmother, I'm still a caretaker of one of my own babies, and still working on my visions and my passions full time. I am a minister as well. So I wear a lot of hats, but the Lord gives me strength to do it consistently.
Yes.
But the one that I focus on now is Empowered for Elevation Services, and is based on some key principles that I think are foundational to people growing and being empowered and being strengthened and being healed. And so I work with that as a empowerment coach and a leadership consultant. And so that's what I'm really focused on and doing now, that on top of my ministry. And I work with women basically 30 and older, navigate, negotiate, and nurture the quality relationships that they desire. Oftentimes, we maybe grow frustrated in our relationships, grandmas and
Mhm.
daughters, sons and daughters, whatever they are. They can be romantic, they can be paternal, but relationships are the foundation to every part of success. As you would, where is the collaborative relationship so I don't have to pay $4,000 to do something for the community? So
Mhm.
I notice as a coach, one of the foundational components of it is that people are just frustrated with relationships,
Mhm.
lack of healing. They don't know
Mhm.
how to negotiate it. They think based off of demanding it, that gets them to have what they want. So I teach
Mhm.
people how to negotiate relationships, how to
Mhm.
nurture those relationships, and how to navigate them. And those take tools, and they take skills, and it takes transparency and your own reflection. So I love it. I love the work I do. I get off of every call and every workshop and every engagement with just such a zest to do more. So I know
Mhm.
it's my purpose. I know it's
Yes,
my
yes,
purpose.
yes, yes. And it's a beautiful thing when you find your purpose in life. It really is a beautiful thing. It really,
Yes,
because it's not like work anymore. It's like what you like to do, right?
yes,
It brings
yes, yes,
so much joy.
yes, it
Yeah,
does. Yes, it
yeah.
does.
And that's what Grandma's 2.0 does for me. It brings me such joy to be able to share what I'm doing, to be able to talk to different grandmas, to be able to find out what they're doing. Because I mean, we are doing some incredible things out here
Yes,
as grandmas. It's amazing, and I feel
yes,
so blessed to be a part of that club, if you will.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I really do. Even though when I first found out, I was a little bit resistant. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm not ready yet." But
I'm not ready. She not ready
yeah,
yet.
yeah. Grandma, what? And that's because how society sees us. And so again, Grandma 2.0 is about changing that, dispelling that myth and saying, no, the devil is a lie. We are visible, not
That's right.
invisible.
That's right.
We are
That's right.
doing it. Yes, honey. I mean,
That's
there's so many women, incredible women like yourself. They're just
right.
doing all sorts of things. That's
Yes,
amazing. Really
yes,
amazing. I'm
yes,
very
yes.
proud of you. part of this. I really do. So
Yeah.
thank
I
you
thank you
so
for what
much.
you
Is there
do.
any final words you want to leave with the grandmas today before we sign off?
Remember, you still matter, right?
Oh,
You
love
you are not resigned to being a permanent daycare, and you're
it.
not resigned to being someone's babysitter, but you have been chosen and blessed to be impartation of wisdom and excellence and integrity in those things that are going to matter long after we take up our beautiful wings to, and go home. So, and your dreams and your purpose does not have to stop.
Ooh,
So pick up those dreams, pick up
yes,
those visions, recreate that. It's not over for you. So if
yes, 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 yes.
it's not over, joy is still your portion.
Mm, mm, mm. Thank you so much, Vinise. I
Thank
love you.
you. I love you too.
Thank you for sharing this with us. I really, really appreciate it. And I know that some grandmas are really going to get their second win because of you.
Yes.
So thank you.
No, thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate you so much.
oh, I really love you. Thank you so
Yes, I
much.
love you too,
And
honey. All right.
this is the 2.0 Grandmas podcast. We are signing off, but I'd like to thank my guest, Ms. Vinise Capers, for just giving us and sharing all this wisdom and all these good things that she's working on. And remember, the 2.0 Grandma Show is all about grandmas, for grandmas, and by a grandma. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Bye.